So engaging others is all about, again, learning about who they are. And when we first meet somebody, we start to learn a little bit about who they are, but we don't know, we're just beginning to learn about them. And so we use this analogy of an iceberg. And what do you know about an iceberg? What you see above the water line is only a small fraction of a much larger object below the water line. So think about this analogy as you're meeting people. When you're above the water line and you're learning about who they are and where they're from and what they do, and maybe something about their personal life, maybe something they're interested in. You're starting to get to know them, but over time, you'll remember those things and you'll start to go below the water line. And when you start to get below the water line, the best way to do that is what we refer to as asking stop and think questions. Another phrase you obviously probably have heard is closed-ended questions versus open-ended questions. Closed-ended questions can be answered in 1 or 2 words. Where did you go on vacation? I went to the Caribbean. One or 2 words. Asking someone, well, on your vacation, tell me the most exciting thing that you experienced while you were on vacation. Now they almost have to tell you a short story, but they might also tell you about how much fun it was or how challenging it was or how different it was. And it tells you something about them. So, and some ways to think about questions that add emotion. So, Milray, tell me how you feel about X and why do you feel that way? Seek an opinion. What do you think about X, Y, Z? Would you do anything different, related to that? And kick it around. Hey, I'm thinking about developing this new program. What do you know about it? What do you think about it? And these are all questions that get people to give you more than a 1-word answer. And this slide gives you lots of questions that we consider good stop and think questions. By all means, these are not the only questions. There's books written about the power of questions, and there's probably 1,000 questions in the books. So these are some that we've come up with. If you like these, that's great. I will send Milray a copy of the slides, so you don't have to worry about copying all this stuff down. So you'll have these questions if you want to use them, or use your own questions. You might have some favorite questions yourself. But anytime that you're in that teaching and giving, you teach them about who you are and learn as much as you can about them through the use of questions.